Going to do a short little garden update. This is the east side of my house. Flowers in bloom. This is where I did all that cleanup in early spring. Hard to imagine that all this was there underneath when it looks so barren. And if I turn the other way, I'm standing at the side door. There's the other side of the garden and my containers and my messy carport patio. Still, I have projects I'm trying to do. I need to spray paint a bunch of stuff, but the wind is blowing continually. It's so frustrating. Anyway, I'm going to walk down to this monstrosity that I've been working on, and I did get the hose holder up. Am I showing it? I hope. The sun's in my eyes. Of course, I haven't rolled up my hose, but that's okay. Anyway, I think I showed this was planted before, and that one. And I hooked up my little ball fountain this morning, and the frogs just love it. I don't know how they get in and out of it, but in the evenings you can hear them. They'll get down in there and they'll be croaking, and they'll be inside, and somehow they get out because I never found a dead one in there. Okay, here's the monstrosity that I'm building out of absolute garden junk, dump shopped free, and stuff that I've had that I used for other things and changed my mind and redid it. I need to finish putting the roof on. I ran out of roofing screws. Had to go to town and get some of those. And then the next day I had to take my dog to the vet. He hurt his back. He's okay now. I need to get back, attach that brace between. I know it's kind of weird to have it in the middle of the building, but I need it to keep the thing from racking over. And there'll be another one at the far end between those funky legs. Those will be changed too. It's just, this is how far I've gotten, and not too bad for an old lady doing all this by herself and figuring it all out. Anyway, my honeysuckle bushes, not vines, are blooming, and they're kind of pretty. Oh dear, hold on, I forgot to turn the water off, and I can't go that way with it on. Just a second, I'll be right back. I'm back up here by the water faucet and the walkway. Here's some of my pretty Columbine. And I don't know, Suzette, are they pink or are they purple? Those are the seeds I sent you on them. And then there's some, they keep morphing around. They're getting bluer and bluer. I don't know. Maybe they automatically do that. Here's kind of a pretty iris. Close up of that. I don't know the names of them. And there's another one over on this other side that I'll do a close-up on. I forgot in the beginning. This big pile of stuff right there is a ornamental, forgot the name of it. Anyway, it's, oregano, ornamental oregano. And you can't cook with it. It's pretty though. These are kind of pretty. Again, I don't know the name. Maybe Lady Wolford. I don't know why that name is sticking in my brain. My neighbor gave them to me, and I did plant some petunias today. The Vista, Proven Winners Vista Bubblegum, and they did really well for me here last year, so I thought I'd put some more. Okay, so turning around, going back down my collection of chives. I use them almost every day, my eggs. And I think my rhubarb is getting close to being ready to harvest. My neighbor wants it. I can't eat it. Okay, this mess is the frame to an Easy Up that I was using it for something else, and I moved it out of the way where my monstrosity is, and I need to take it apart because these rails here make a good plant stakes, and I don't know, I use them all the time, so I save them and save the landfill too. Anyway, I wanted to show you, my neighbor remarked on how I matched my garden cart so well to my lilac bush when she saw it, walk by and saw it sitting there. I have a load of grass in it from another neighbor, and I need to spread that down around the fence, but I was watering, so I couldn't get that way. And here's some more. This is a different, I've got a few different colors. See, that's just the pale lilac lavender color. And then this is, these are starts from the ones that I brought here when we moved here. My bottle tree is almost completely engulfed. See how pretty they are? I like the little white edges on them. And all of these were just little tiny whips. And then decking the pine tree, sorry. Little dog. I don't know, maybe these are ones that I bought. I bought a couple, and I got a couple at a plant exchange, so I don't remember what was what, but they're kind of pretty. I'm trying to get out of the, so I'm not shading them. Hold still. The wind is bad. And then, so, more here. I'm looking into the sun. I'm trying to get away from it. There we go. All this, you can just barely see the dog yard fence behind it. And when I go back through and try to edit this, I'm going to put a picture of what it was like right after we moved in here. And it's quite a shock. This is totally different. There was nothing there. We even put the bank there. That wasn't there either. It was a slope off. Look at how pretty that is. And I wish I had smell-o-vision on this, because the smell is just heavenly. And these are the white-edged ones too. Hold still. Wind. See how pretty they are. And then I'm just going to get over here and quickly, hopefully not too quickly, make you sick. This one is just gorgeous. It's a deep, deep purple. And I don't know, that might have come from the plant exchange. I don't remember. It's been so many years. Okay, on this bank, in my previous yard tour, I had mentioned that I was going to plant the Virginia to fill in, which I have done. And they're kind of looking a little sad yet, but they transplant really well. They will come out of it and do good. Those other ones that I just showed, I put in a couple months ago, so I need to do some serious weeding. And okay, I'm going to turn this on and get up to the other yard. Hang on. Okay, more honeysuckle blooming, and I kept buying honeysuckle vines, I thought, and then they'd turn out to be bushes, so, oh well, it's okay. I like them, they're pretty. I'm going to have to trim them back because I have to ride through here on the mower to get from one yard to the other. My husband bought me this beast of a mower. It's a little bit overkill for this half acre, but that thing, it's strong, it's powerful, I love it. Anyway, these guys need water. I'm getting ready to just turn on the water here. They're still, the pansies and all are doing good. I think this candy tuft is about done for the season, but hopefully it'll turn, stay green if I can get it to perk back up again. And these planters are looking pretty good. I got a baby peony coming that the neighbor gave me, dug up a clump out of her yard, and I've got several growing or planted. Oh, good. There's another one coming right here in that planter. And I still need to weed that. I'm going in too many directions at one time. There's just kind of too much to do. Okay, now coming around. Here's the Virginia blooming here. This is where I took all the starts. I kind of cleared this out a little bit. It just still looks like a mess, but the Virginia was really taking over, so I cleared it out. And I like it. And I bought a Clematis, and actually I bought two of them. There's one in the dog yard, but it isn't blooming yet. And I can get around. So it's kind of pretty. It's just a pale purple. And there's another one right here on this side, but it hasn't bloomed yet. It's a little bit later, but it's kind of a pinky, more of a pinky purple. And more peonies coming up. Kind of late this year, but the snow was really late going off. See how pretty that Virginia is. I've also heard it called bear's ears because the leaves are round like little bear's ears. And this is, I don't know what this is called, but it's a kind of a wild grass. And at first I tried to dig it out, and it's just kind of impossible. And then I kind of got to liking it, so I'm leaving it. I'm over trying to get rid of it. More Virginia. And okay, and then you come around into the dog yard. I know I'm kind of walking fast, but there's nothing really to see here. I don't want to turn the camera off again. And I have redone my bucket line up here on this, in this little flower bed, because my little dog kept laying in it. I was trying to discourage that. I need to weed, seriously weed. That ground cover is taking over in the cat kennel again, and I've got some weeds in there I need to pull. There's only so many hours a day. As I said in my earlier video, this will fill in, and so in the beginning, when I first showed that other one, hardly any of it, the ground cover was showing, and now it's filling in pretty well. Oh, I bought some plants yesterday after the vet visit, and I love these. I've never seen petunias that color before, and they're black mamba or something like that. Really pretty. And well, this was open, but it's closed up now. But it's a real pretty little polka dotty petunia there. And I have another one because I'm too cheap to buy a whole bunch. I know. I've tried to slow down here. Yeah, here's another one that is polka dotted a little differently. I love it. I think it's so pretty. My hostas are coming up. I've got purple ladyfingers. I don't know what that one's called, but it gets ginormous leaves. And really, I guess that's kind of about it. I wanted to just chat for a minute about houseplants. The other night I was shutting off my light, my grow lights, and I saw two thrips, and I totally freaked out. I put them, as usual, under Scotch tape, clear Scotch tape, taped them down gently to a piece of paper. I had already turned off my computer, and I didn't want to boot it back up and to look at them under the microscope that I have that plugs into the computer. So I tried to get ready to go to bed, and it was really bugging me. I thought I saw them moving, but anyway, I started washing plants and I didn't stop until after midnight. And yeah, then the next morning I got up early and I was washing more plants, and I thought, well, it's noontime, I'm going to stop and have something to eat. And I thought, well, while I'm sitting here, I'll put the tape under the microscope and see how, for sure if they are thrips, because sometimes a piece of bark will look like a thrip. I mean, they are tiny. Well, they were thrips, and they were very dead. So the tape didn't kill them. I've had them live for days alive. That one that I saved to begin with, the first one I found, was alive. And it lived for almost a week in the tape without, So apparently my first washing did them in, and my diatomaceous earth. And then later I went back and put systemic on the pot, in all the pots. But as long as I'd gotten about halfway or a quarter, 3/4, whatever, through my plants, I went ahead and finished as many as I could up until late that night. And then the next day I had to go to the vet. So I did as many. Actually, I got them all washed before I left for town with the dog. And left them in the bathtub in the shower. And one thing that I did discover, I have a couple rolling plant stands that I'm not using right now, and I brought one in, and to transfer all the little plants, I set them on the rolling plant stand and moved them to the bathrooms where I needed them to be washed. It saved a lot of steps and time and made the process go a lot faster. Even so, it took me 2 long days, even though it was spread over a little bit of 3 days. So I went ahead and used the neem and the alcohol and the dish soap again, and I haven't actually found any live thrips since the first thrip I found. The rest that I have found have all been dead or bark. So that's just kind of a little update on that. And so anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know, I wanted to bring you something. I have been just super busy on working on that monstrosity building thing. That's going to be all that mess out there behind it by my garden cart is all going in it. I have garbage cans that I put in there that I roll my hoses up in the wintertime and store them in the garbage cans. And you can't leave them out here. They break, they get ruined. And other garden things that I'm always using over on this side of the yard, and it's always been inconvenient. Every time I need something, I have to go to the other garden shed to get the dang thing. So now when I get this done, I won't have to do that because I'm lazy. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.